Hey, it's your boy, Sergeant Hooked and Henshins. So this is our episode 10 review of Kikai Sentai Zenkaiger. Um, I am flabbergasted that we have been this many episodes in, 10 whole episodes in, and I'm just as entertained, if not more right now, as I am at the first episode. Holy crap. um, but yeah, so let's kind of jump into it. If you guys, real quick though, if you guys didn't know, I have been uploading more of my Kamen um, Rider retrospective videos. Um, I am working on build right now. I finally found a video editing software that puts a goofy watermark on it, but it still looks better. I can put my images in there and a little bit of music, whatever. So anyway, just want to let you guys know about that. Part one is up at least. I'm trying to get part two and three up, which takes a bit to edit and then export and all that. So anyway, um, so yeah, um, overall, episode 10 was really, really good. It again gave us more interaction with Zox and Flint. Um, this episode had mainly to do with the monster of the week, which was this Noon World monster that essentially made it so it was noon all the time and would never stop, which led to some really interesting situations like school children not coming into the candy shop, Yachan's candy shop, and causing a ruckus when they normally do because the school still thinks it's noon, and so they're still at school and they haven't gotten to go home yet. Um, there's like a workplace where they're like working on computers and stuff like that, and there's even a few Kiganoids working there, and like they're all really tired, and you see like a bunch of cups of coffee because they've been there longer than they thought. Um, yeah, and the other main part of this is Zox kind of dealing with the fact that he is focused entirely on saving his two brothers. I was right with the last video. Um, Tukai and Katanar are actually both his little brothers. When they escaped Kikaitopia, one of the first worlds they went into was SD-topia. There was an accident somehow, and somehow they got zapped and turned into SD bots. And so he's trying to find a way to reverse that by he thinks if he defeats the Toshitendo, that there's some way he'll find technology of theirs or something that they have that they can help to save his brothers. So he doesn't care about anything else, and it shows it in this one. There's quite a few times where he essentially, the new monster has like a hostage, a human, and he just like starts shooting at him, and the guy's like, "Whoa!" And then Kaito sees him do it, and he's like, "What's wrong with you?" He's like, "I don't care. I'm trying to stop the monster." Like, it's showing that like he's willing to like kind of play dirty and doesn't care if people get hurt as long as his goal is met, which he has a noble goal. And I'm guessing he's going to eventually learn to like want to protect people because his own brothers are people. So is Flint. So is Flint. Like I think eventually he's going to learn to be better about being more protective. And I kind of like this way of taking a Six Ranger because we get one of two plots of Six Rangers. Either they come in and they're good guys right away, ready to join the team and everything, or they are like evil and then they're evil for like 5-10 episodes and they break out of it. Or they're kind of like Kanalo, who wasn't really evil, but just was kind of like, meh, I don't really want to work with you guys, and then eventually decided to work with the Tion Rio soldier. Um, so he kind of goes a different way in being like not necessarily evil, but they really are playing up the like swashbuckling anti-hero ness to him, where like he's willing to do the right thing, but as long as it follows with what his goals are. So, um, yeah. Um, but anyway, so the episode goes, and Kaito's really upset with Zox, like, why would you put those people in danger, and blah, blah, blah. And he actually reveals, once Zox reveals about his brothers, he reveals to Zox that he's going after his own family, and that, they're missing, and he's trying to find them as well. And so Zox kind of like, you can see kind of on his face, like kind of thinking about it, like, maybe I'm not the only person that has something important to protect and something important as a goal overall. Um, so really good interaction him and Kaito. Episode keeps going though, and like I said, we get these different interactions with the monster of the week, where the Kikonoids are really tired because they thought that it was still noon, they hadn't had lunch yet, and they're really hungry, and like some of them are like trying to doze off, and uh, again, just more and more back and forth with him and Kaito, and Kaito learning that Zox is willing to like take chances and kind of do some rather dirty things to get his stuff done. And ends up saving it is actually Zox and Flint because they're from Piratopia. Their whole time is different completely than Earth. So because of that, the monster doesn't affect them the same way. So he realizes, like, he wakes up, he's like, oh, I just slept too good, TWO good. And they're like, well, look at the screen here, blah, blah, blah. It looks like Earth is, got like, he's like, does Earth look like that? Well, Burnett has 4 suns. Yeah. So they help destroy the monster along with Kaito. And of course, the uh, Vroon and Majin as their, Zenkai forms, as Vrumajin destroy the monster. Clearly, we do get a funny part though. Kaito's trying to do the special attack, and he's like, "Ready, Kaito, let's go!" And Kaito's like at the console, but he's like on his knees and his head's against the console. And he's like, huh, "Right, Zenmuraku Zenkai, yeah." He's really tired. There was also a really funny thing. It was in this episode or last episode, one of the two. Zeron has a really good line where he says, "Why why are all you monsters trying to attack and like ruin things with such? Why do all you monsters have such oddly, weirdly, strangely specific powers and goals and want to bother us with them?" It's really good. But yeah, so he defeats the monster and Zox kind of learns, but again, I think they're going more for him like learning more what it means to be a hero because he's only ever known to be a pirate. So I think that's mainly what they're going for right now is him learning what it means to be a hero and keep people safe. There's actually a really important scene where Kaito and the rest of the team are untransformed, and this rubble falls and it's about to smash these people, and they all go underneath it and hold it up, and they push it back. And he's like, "Why would you do that?" And he's like, "Because we're heroes. We have to save people. We have to keep people safe. Like, yeah, we have our goals, but we have to make sure people don't get hurt at the same time." Um, and there's another part too where he goes to shoot at I think the monster, and he shoots and they get in front of it because it's going to hit the civilians, and they transform and they take the damage of it. They take the brunt of the shot. So I thought that was really cool. Again, I like little pieces like that, just like in the like more recent Marvel things where we see the heroes actually saving people. Same thing in Sentai. It's really nice to get the moments where they actually are saving people and like doing heroic things. Like, yes, the fighting is cool, the powers, the finisher attacks, the power ups, whatever. But to see them do these heroic things is why it's called superhero time. It's why they are a Super Sentai team protecting the smiles of the planet. So it's really important, especially in an anniversary season, celebrating the entire franchise to really hit home on that idea. And I think the series are doing a great job of that. So yeah, like I said, overall, really good episode. Not as exciting as last episode. I liked last episode better because it was a continuation of the previous with Zox and giving us more on him. But we did get a bit more backstory as far as the two brothers and who they are. Next week has to do with some kind of Oni world monster, and like he like puts these little Oni helmets on everybody and makes them demons or something like that. And Ricky and Katsunar get little hats that look like the little like Oni masks. It's kind of cute. They're just the best thing. I love them. We also saw from some pictures Flint stealing some of the Sentai gears, and I'm thinking what she's doing, unless he already has his mecha, maybe she's trying to activate it or something like that. Not really sure. We also saw, speaking of the bad guys, actually, back at base, just like a few episodes back, we saw Ijarud working on the what's it called? The Gear Toshinger, that Stacy uses. Well, now we've seen him working on the Stay Caesar Robo, the Stay Caesar Battle Robo, which is supposed to be based off of Battle Fever J because his helmet is based off of Battle Japan. But we see him like working to the designs again, like the little hologram designs around him, blueprints, and him working on stuff. So it's assumed that he's working on the mecha for Stacy. So I like that Stacy's got this like building rivalry with Zox. So I hope that plays well into things, especially because him and Kaito had one too. So I wonder if they'll play like a three-way rivalry and then mainly a like 1 versus 2 rivalry rivalry once Zox officially joins the team. Um, so yeah, but I like that where it's like taking a little bit for Zox to fully join, and that it's not like right away. It's the same reason I liked it with Kanalo. Kanalo and Rio Soldier, if you've ever seen it. Spoilers if you haven't, I guess you can turn the video off if you want. Took a while to join the team because he was from a different sect of the Rio Soul tribe that didn't like the Land tribe. And so it took him a while to actually want to work with them. And actually, at one point, he really wants to, and his sister does, and his mecha doesn't. Um, and so, yeah, Mosarax doesn't. And so he has to basically convince him that it's like okay to trust them. So I like this with Zox that like he's slowly understanding who the team is and that they can handle themselves in a fight and blah blah blah. But he also still has his own goals in mind. But hopefully he's learning that you can have your own goals in mind as long as you're like not putting people in danger to complete those goals and to like take care of what you want to be done. So again, I really like it. I like his characterization. I love that he did the dance morph pretty much every time all the way through the episode. And I actually at one point did like a shortened version of it just to transform quickly. But yeah, overall really good episode. Again, they're doing fantastic with the comedy, with the writing, the dialogue is great. The action scenes are amazing. Zox's interactions with the team is really great, and I liked seeing him again putting random civilians in danger because he doesn't really care. He's just trying to stop Kojutendo, and that's it. And I like how it's making Kaito have an introspection on himself. Like, am I too focused on just my? He even mentions it from the Sushi World episode. That, remember when I got us turned into sushi? That was my fault too. I was too hard focused on my parents, and so I didn't, think about what was going on with anybody else. So I like that. I really do. I really enjoy that for the episode. But yeah, overall, really great episode. I'd probably give it probably another a solid 9.5 out of 10. Not as great as last week's, but still a good episode. And it just keeps getting better, and it's consistently great, and I like that because there are some Sentai that, as you watch it, have like the first 5 episodes are great, and then we have a lull for like 6, and then another 5 that are great, or 10 that are great, and so like it has these like ups and downs, and that's natural to have. But Zenkaiger so far has not had a lot of downs, honestly, in my opinion. They've been doing a really good job of focusing on the characters, not too much on one over the other, than kind of Kaito, but he's kind of the main character. I mean, he's the leader. Um, and giving us good backstory moments and showing how these characters come together to form this team. So overall, fantastic. Love the episode. Coming up on the channel soon, like I said, I'm finishing up editing the Kamen Rider build Rider retrospectives. After that, I'll be working on Kamen Rider Geo. That'll be a fun one. Just there's certain things that I really want to try and get into as far as what it means to be an anniversary season, and just overall how I handled certain things. Wasn't perfect, but it was still fun. I actually just got done watching Over Quartzer last night, and that was fun. Doesn't fix any of the problems of the original of the series itself, but still fun. But anyway, hope you guys enjoy the video. Thank you so much for subscribing. We're at like 170 something subscribers now, so I'm thankful for that. Thank you guys very much. Thank you for liking the content, commenting when you can, sharing the videos, watching, of course. But as always, stay hooked on Henshins. I'll talk to you guys later with more finger guns. Pew pew pew. Bye bye.